Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Shemi Awashai, Ba'ashim Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and the elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word, truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. The Aquath that are listening, learn, and being the pillar of rest, the hopeful elect of Israel, the 1/3, the 144,000 on the brother Yashuan. And this is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. So here we are. And today is, what is this? July, August. We're going into September, which leaves us September, October, November, December. That's 4 more months. All right, 4 more months. What we have to do is we have to measure the time, right? But he shall be saved out of it. Let me read the whole thing. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, so here's what I wanted to get. Jacob's trouble, we know what the year is. This is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble coming to pass, right? We got 4 more months in the hopeful year that Jacob's trouble comes to pass, right? Okay, we're just measuring the time. Let's get that real quick. 9. Second Ezra is 9 and 1. We're measuring. Okay, here's the measurement. Okay, 4 more months. Hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, right? And we're measuring. Second Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. How do you do that? Well, you look at these current events and you look for the prophecies, right? And when thou seest what? Part of the signs past, what? The prophecies, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. What time are we looking for? The very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. What are the signs? Earthquakes and uproars of the people, and so on and so on and so on. Okay? What? Earthquakes and what? Uproars of the people in the world. Now, we go to Dabu 7. Old Dabu, right? Everybody done forgot about old Dabu. Sometimes you got to go back. So what we're going to do is we are going to filter Dabu through the scriptures, his current events, okay? Even this, an era of shock events, it says, prepare for, and I believe these are Klaus Schwab's words, an era of shock events. Let's see if we can find that in the scriptures. Jeremiah 30:7. Jacob's trouble. An era of shock events. A day unlike any other. It's called Jacob's trouble. Let's get this in Matthew. And then we'll watch Dabu. Okay, what is this? Equivalent to an era of shock events. We're going to look up that word era, Lord willing. Matthew 24:21. An era of shock events. For then, when? Then, which is now, shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. An era of shock events. Great tribulation. The worst ever. Okay? Let's look up this word, era. Monkey chips. Let's see, what does the word era mean? Era meaning. Definition, yeah. The definition of era, a long and distinct period of history with a particular feature or characteristic. His death marked the end of an era. A system of chronology, measure the time diligently, right? Dating from a particular noteworthy event. Jacob's trouble. The era of shock events, right, is what? Is the long and distinct period of history with a particular feature. Shock events. What does that sound like? Right? A major division of time. What? An era. That is a subdivision of an eon, right? Of his time, a subdivision of Esau's world coming to an end, and is itself subdivided into periods. Okay, the Renaissance period, the Renaissance era, right? So back to this, right? An era of shock events. It sounds like Jacob's trouble to me. Time so bad on the earth has never been that bad before. So we're gonna let this guy talk. It's only 4 minutes and 40. It's almost 4:41 there. But let him speak, and we stop the video and break it down.
What's going on, guys? Dabu 7 back at you with another one.
All right, this is an hour ago. Dabu 7 prepare for an era of shock events. Warns WEF Klaus Schwab. Those are his words. Okay.
Hey, I want to talk about these warnings being put out by Klaus Schwab.
Warnings.
Him and his goons.
Him and his goons. What is Klaus is doing the work of the Lord, ain't he? What's he doing? Ezekiel 3:17. Right? 3:17. Let's look. Let's check it out. Warning, Will Robinson, or danger. Danger, Will Robinson. 3:17. Son of man, I've made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. So, what is Klaus doing? He's warning his people. Here's the devil. Here's the spokesperson for evil, right? Klaus Schwab. And what's he doing? He's warning his people. Hey, get ready. This shit's about to go down. Because Jake ain't listening to Klaus. You should eat Z-Bugs, yeah. You've been eating Z-Bugs. So you got to understand how Klaus is speaking. He's speaking in code. He's letting his people know, hey, it's about to go down. What we've been planning and what we've been operating now for years. You will eat Z-Bugs, right? You've been eating Z-Bugs for the last 30 years, is what he's letting you know. You will own nothing and be happy. You've been owning nothing and been happy, thinking that you own something. Okay? The government can come and take anything that you think you own. They can take it away from you, confiscate it. Say eminent domain or I'm confiscated. What is it? When you take somebody's just apprehended. What is it? They got all kind of names to take your shit, right? I'm commandeering. I'm commandeering your vehicle right now. What? Okay, they got names for shit. Okay, go on. So Klaus is giving the warning, right? Look, warns. It says Klaus Schwab warns of an era of Jacob's trouble. Nigga, they call it something different. You know what they call it? Kill a nigga. It's time to kill a nigga, right? Which goes back to what? Let's get it real quick. I know I'm rambling, but this is Genesis 27 and 41. Here's the plan. Shock events. Right when we done showed our horns and showed you that we can conduct a genocide right there in everybody's face in 2024, now we're going to show you the real genocide. Get them niggers. Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. Says a lot. Why does a white man hate Negroes? And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. There it is. Okay? That's all you need to know. You need to know two things. Why does a white man hate niggas? Here it is. What does the word nigger mean? You got to go to Acts 13 and 1. Okay? And there's the answer, the Holy Grail. Now you can move forward understanding who your enemy is. You don't know that this is your enemy. Telling you what he's doing. I'm coming after you niggas right here. Right? Who's your enemy? Let's get that. Salakia. I didn't read the whole thing, did I? And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, which is his mind, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. Here's the plan right here. All right? Klaus Schwab is warning you niggas. Hey, here's the warning coming to get you niggas right here. Okay? It's called Jacob's trouble. Right? A nigga don't even know who Jacob is or that you're the target. Okay? Never what? Trust your enemy. Right? Here's your enemy. Here's Klaus. Here's Klaus right here. There's Klaus. And here's his ilk. These are your enemies. See this word right here? Thine enemies, your enemies. Right? Your enemies are the same as God's enemies. God's enemies are your enemies. They hate you as much as they hate God. See? Here's the list. There's Klaus and the rest of the dukes. The Arabs, the Chinese, the Africans. Okay, go ahead. Now, wait, we got to get one more here. Now that we have identified your enemy, who he is, right? Now the warnings continue. See, we are warning, just like Klaus, we're warning our side, right? Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his way. It's as simple as that. What did your enemy say? He's giving you the warning. I'm coming to get you, niggas. Can you see it? Okay? Salakia, go ahead, Dabu.
Saying that there's going to be an era of shock events. So back to back to back.
Jacob's trouble. You escaped the bear, went into the house, and leaned your hand on the post, and a serpent bit you.
Events that someone's going to put into motion. And it seems like he's already got foreknowledge of all this. And he's dropping the hints out there. And there's three big things.
Revelation of the method. Get your pencil out. Three big things he's going to tell you about Jacob's trouble. Here it comes. Here's how they're going to kick it off, sustain it, right? They got a plan on how to keep this thing going so that everybody knows. Everybody's in turmoil for a minute. Then what? Then you're going to beg for the sea hip. That's the plan. Put these niggas in danger, scare the shit out of them, and then offer them the sea hip. Right?
Which this all centers around. What?
One, darkness, right? One, we can shut the lights down.
Is that there seems to be this new group that they're going to be pushing out there globally. This extremist group, so to speak, or whatever, however they're going to label it.
Black, the Black Hebrew Israelite. However they're going to label it, they already did.
Extremist group, so to speak.
What extremists? Can you just read right through this with spiritual eye?
Going to be pushing out there.
I want to hear him say that. Did he say one?
Is that there's.
God damn it. Go all the way back.
And he's dropping the hints out there. And there's three big things which this all centers around. One is that there seems to be this new group that they're going to be pushing out there.
What's new about what we've been doing? Everybody knows.
Globally, this extremist group, so to speak, or whatever, however they're going to label it.
Sand of the sea.
And number two, the second thing that's tied into this is going to be them basically pulling off a massive cyber attack. We've called it before a cyber pandemic. I really think that the IT event that we saw here recently was a beta test for that.
Okay, so he went one. Number one, he said there's three things, right? One is what? Jacob's trouble. There's a group, huh? What group? Jacob. It's simple. It's real simple. Understand that the Most High, through the Spirit, is running the whole operation. And he told us about it.
It was a test run because really the IT thing wasn't even a cyber attack, so to speak. It was just a glitch. And we know a cyber pandemic is in the cards, and they've said so themselves. Another thing here is dealing with the whole climate thing. There seems to be an option on the table for them where they're going to get behind a massive event that's going to force everyone to believe that this climate stuff is real deal. And it's being speculated that
Might not be monkeypox, but it's some form of pestilence, how they're going to usher this thing in. Oh, we dug up in the tundra the dinosaur fossil and it released this gas, and now everybody's going to die if you don't take this shot.
one way to do that, to get a lot of people to think that it's all real deal and that we got to do something about it, would be to cause destruction on a coastal city or an island nation. And you're talking about literally sinking an island. Sinking an island. Something along those lines.
It sounds like David Copperfield. That's all I get.
Tsunami waves inundate an area. Somehow the shelf underneath in a certain area gets broke, and this place starts to sink like Atlantis. This is what's on the table and being talked about right now. So, Klaus Schwab stepping into the shadows is kind of ominous because, to me, it kind of signals that they're ready. So he's still running his mouth, still dropping these ominous warnings, and he's basically saying to prepare that we better be ready for an era of shock events, no matter what it is. I told you, with all these invaders in here, any day now, any day, they're going to get their little bat signal, and the whole thing's going to begin. There's going to be no turning back. When this place turns into Mogadishu, I guess some people are going to find out the hard way.
This nigga said Mogadishu. I gotta stop it. Where's Mogadishu? Somalia? Mogadishu, capital of Somalia, Horn of Africa. Oh, over here on the Horn. Huh. Somalia. There is a woman in Somalia. Right? Okay, just had to look that up real quick. The nigga said Mogadishu. Is that a Black Hawk Down? Is that what that was?
A bat signal, and the whole thing's going to begin. There's going to be no turning back. When this place turns into Mogadishu, I guess.
Wait a minute. Let me see this. Let me look at this real quick. Black Hawk Down is what? Ridley Scott. Where were they? Somalia. Is it Mogadishu? This film takes place in '93 when U.S. sent special forces into Somalia to destabilize the government. Here they are doing what they did. Okay? So this is the Mogadishu they're speaking of right here. All right? And what happened? The U.S. sent special forces, that's their army at the highest level, right? SEAL teams and shit, into Somalia to what? It's called a coup d'etat. Destabilize the government and prop up their own puppet government. This is why everything is so jacked up around the world. Okay, so when you speak of Mogadishu, that's the chickens coming home to roost, basically. So go ahead. We're just looking.
We're going to find out the hard way.
We're just looking things up.
Hope you've been preparing for when these millions of individuals decide to come out, because they've all just been sitting there quiet this whole time. And that alone in itself, I believe, could usher in a series of shock events here in America. We know they want to tear this country down. They want to make it cease to exist. It's all part of the plan. It's in the blueprints. There's even books written about it by Manly P. Hall. Secret Destiny of America. The whole plan for this thing was to bring it down in the end, and that's what they're doing. And we're going down with the ship. So y'all better be prepared. You better build your own ark, so to speak, to escape this madness. Join me on the live streams where I talk.
It's a spiritual ark. Right? When he is about to fill his belly, we'll end on that. Okay. So just get ready, as you can see. Let's see, when he is about to fill his belly. That's where he's at. Okay, but it's not gonna work. Job 20 and 23, when he is about to fill his belly, talk about the NWO, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Okay? And then bombs are going to come down and destroy all his hopes. But before that, what do we got? We got Daniel 12. The Archangel Michael is going to have to come out. It's going to be so deep, right? Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time, Jacob's trouble, shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, Jacob's trouble. Okay, over and over and over again. We got that one. We got those two. There's one. Let's get this. And then we'll close. All right. We got 4 more months. Something's going to pop off. Right? They're warning you. Something's going to pop off in the next 4 months. All right. That's all that's being said. Everybody knows this, but you got to stay ready, because right now it's patience. It's wait. Hurry up and wait for the bombs to drop, right? Where was I going? 16. We're going to the bottom. That's 16. Where are we? Wrong 16. Second Nazareth 16. Maybe we'll get some results. Here we go. Now we'll go down here. Okay. A time of trouble. Where is it? The days, right here. Second Ezra 16:74. Last precept. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of Jacob's trouble are at hand. 4 months. The elder apostle Tahar, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, dubbed this year, okay, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble coming to pass. We got 4 solid months in a couple of days, right? 3 fat ducks, a couple of hens, all right? Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So Jacob's trouble, Jacob's trouble, Jacob's trouble. Guess what? Even the enemy is telling you. Clouds is letting you know. An era of shock event. What the hell? Well, we just read it out the scriptures. Jacob's trouble. Okay? From one kingdom to the next. Right? The basest of men. Right? We're coming out of the basest of men and setteth up over it the basis, B-A-S-E-S-T, of men. Okay? Daniel 4:17, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. Right now, the Most High done set up over the world, right? Over the, what is it? The kingdom of men. Who has the kingdom right now? The basest of men. Who's that? Esau, the Edomites and the Amalekites running shit, setting you up for Jacob's trouble. Okay, so what we're looking at right now, it's not a pole shift. It is a pole shift, but it's not what they call a pole shift. What it is, it's trading places. Okay. The Most High has given the king, taking it from the basest of men, the Edomites, and putting it into the hands, right? He's given it to whomsoever he will. He wants to give it to who? It's time to, when he restores, this is Joel 3. When I restore, right? Yes, Joel 3:1. Yes, in those days and at that time. What time? Now. He's restoring Judah and Jerusalem from captivity. We're getting the kingdom back. Okay? That's what this whole thing, Jacob's trouble, in the time that we're in, these birth pangs, right? Like a woman in travail, that's what's going on. We got to endure till the end of it. All right? You can't go around, pre-tribulation rapture. No. Let's get it on the way out. But he that endureth till the end, the same. Right? Where are we? Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure till the end. The end of what? The end of Jacob's trouble. Right? And the rest of the shit that goes on between now and then, the same shall be saved. All right? So this is what we're looking for. Get your endurance. Strap on your endurance boots. Okay? And your asteroid belt. It's time to do this shit. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect are edified. You brothers and peace, sister shalom.